Solutogenesis is all about resiliency. In general, it refers to the type of resiliency that allows us not to just make it through a stressor and come out the other side unscathed, but actually come out on the other side feeling that we have grown from the experience. So understanding these stressful experiences by creating a narrative around them can actually work to enhance our overall well-being. If you look at the etymology of the word, it breaks down to soluto, meaning health, genesis, meaning generation, giving us the overall meaning of health generation or health production. Solutogenesis is a process that harnesses our capacity for growth. It allows us to go through a dark and frightening experience and emerge unscathed or even emboldened. The term solutogenesis directly contrasts the term pathogenesis. Most people, when they think about stress, think about it in a pathologic way. They think that the stress response is a bad thing, and that it results in bad problems and things that we call disorders. The principle of solutogenesis aims to shift thinking away from focusing on risk factors such as ill health and disease, and more towards health and the factors that promote it. Over the duration of this course, we're not only going to be thinking and talking a lot about solutogenesis, but we will also be putting into practice with in-class exercises and homework assignments. The idea of solutogenesis was formulated by Aaron Antonovsky, who came up with the idea of it during his study of Holocaust survivors. Antonovsky was studying the effects of prolonged stress on these survivors, and during the process they talked to him about not only being able to survive the Holocaust, but also reported that they felt that they had grown as individuals as a result of it. Of course, their experiences during the Holocaust were horrific, but it remarkably allowed them to gain a new perspective on life. They reported coming away with a greater understanding of what it meant to be a human being, as well as an individual. It was these anecdotal reports that helped Antonovsky develop his concept of solutogenesis, and within it he theorized that all people have the capacity to create and maintain health, that one could not just come out of a stressful experience unscathed, but to come out enhanced from that experience. This basic human capacity, he reasoned, is based on two features: its capacity to problem solve and its ability to use the resources that are available. Here, resources refers to all manner of things, including our internal resources, for example, who we are as individuals, as well as our capacity to interact with others and gain support through community. If you recall the earlier story about PFC Ricky, his ability to cope with the infidelity of his girlfriend was a direct result of being able to call upon these resources. In this class, we'll be focusing on what kind of support the community encompassing your immediate community and this online class community can provide you. As part of our exploration of solutogenesis, we're going to be incorporating some mindfulness exercises which are integral to its practical application. Let's start with a simple one. The hope is that you will be able to attend to a task by disengaging the thinking part of the brain without being distracted by the world outside, in order to generate a calm and soothing experience. By disengaging the thinking part of the brain, the intention is to let go of the part that thinks, to stop thinking, to totally clear your head, allowing emotions or whatever is buried below to come up and pass through your mind without self-imposed judgment being passed. The idea is that by letting your mind clear itself during these exercises, you can better engage your thinking part of the brain to control other parts of the brain when faced with life situations. So, hopefully now you are feeling relaxed, perhaps a little less tension and slightly more present. So I'm going to take this opportunity while I have your full attention to go over some of the perhaps less thrilling administrative details with you. We're going to take a look at the course syllabus, reading materials, and discuss expectations for this class in terms of in-class participation and homework assignments. The intention of going over all this is so that you can have all the tools necessary for you to be as successful as possible in this class. First off, let's take a quick look at the syllabus. We'll be meeting a certain number of times a week, at such and such a day, at such and such a time. And in order for you to get credit for this class, you must complete all the modules, turn in at least 70% of the homework assignments, complete the in-class exercises, and complete a final project. Based on the completion of these criteria, a letter grade will be rewarded at the end of the course. A certain percentage of your homework will be journaling. Each week we will assign a different prompt based on any number of things covered in class, ranging from the stage of the journey being discussed, a reading, film, article, or a topic covered in the neurophysiology, to which you will respond. These journaling assignments are intended to give you the space to reflect on yourself in the context of the narrative and biological frameworks. These journaling assignments are part and parcel of coming away stronger from your military experience. Most successful people write. Think about all of the people you can list off the top of your head who have published autobiographies and memoirs. The list is innumerable. Don't think about your writing assignments as boring, traditional, mandatory papers. Think about them as opportunities to be creative, to reflect, to vent, to get things off your chest. We really want you to be as open and free with these as possible, and for you to respond to the prompts in a manner that is most fitting for you. We are going to be using a lot of different literature and media to inform the class content, everything from classical to contemporary media, and everything in between. You can take just about any story and see this universal framework as an integral part of the storyline. Each week there will be a different reading assigned to inform the class content, and we expect you to come to class prepared, having completed the assignments. We will also assign a movie each week that is pertinent to the stage in the journey we are studying. It is not mandatory to watch all the movies, but extra credit will be assigned to those of you who choose to watch the voluntary movies and write a brief response paper